Desktop. Okay, so let's begin na tayo. So, medyo malayo pa tayo. Dito man tayo sa mga information or terms, then we will start our tawag dito, web designing. Okay? So, let's begin. So, let's go here. Okay na. So, let's start. Okay, so in terms of web technology, so we are going to discuss the communication on the web. So how we are communicating using the web server technologies, web designing, static and dynamic web pages, scripts, and type of scripting language. So different yung mga, when it comes to languages of, tawag dito, mga markup languages in terms of scripting languages. Okay, what's the difference? Okay, both of them naman ginagamit saan? Sa pagde-design. So, siguro sa latter part na yun. Or this part 2 na natin matidiscuss yun. The popular scripting languages, cascading style sheet. This is another tool in terms of web designing. So, we have the HTML and we have the cascading style sheet. Okay? And the basic concept of HTML documents. Okay? Let's start. So, why do we have to use? What is the purpose of using websites? Okay, of course, here are some, which is submitting online applications, viewing web contents, watching movies, banking transactions, purchase of goods through online transactions, and so on. So these are some, okay, na ginagawa natin or ginagamit natin yung communications through websites. So, here, alam ko, dito, discuss ko na to dun sa intro, but then again, ulitin natin para mas lalo niyo pong maintindihan. A website is a collection of web pages. A web page may contain text, graphics, sounds, animations, and movies. Web pages are developed with the help of a language called hypertext markup language, which we'll be using na, okay, after this lecture, okay, baka magsimula na tayong gumamit ng HTML. It is also a language of internet. Okay. Skip natin yan. So here are different tools. Okay, in terms of web designing, we can use the PHP, MySQL, Microsoft.NET, WordPress, okay, itong Joomla, okay, then we have the Java, okay, the JavaScript, okay, so marami tayong pwede gamitin when it comes to web designing. Mapa front end or back end. Okay? We can use it by design the website. Pero sa ngayon plus, since beginner kayo, nagsisimula pa lang, doon tayo sa front end or pinaka-designing ng UI. Okay? Hindi pa tayo doon sa complicated, which is the back end. With the back end process. Okay? So, how is this website made available on the internet? These web pages are to be stored in web servers connected to the internet to be made available to others. Actually, discuss natin yan last time, no? We need web servers to provide us our requests, okay, using the internet. Okay? So, here's the communication. So, example here, we have the Twitter, we have the Facebook, we have the Google, the Linkline, the YouTube. Okay, these are communications web or websites, different websites that we can connect, or web servers then. Okay, they are the web servers then which will we can request our accounts, okay, our researching, okay, so yun. Next. So here, sino yung client? The client is tayo. Okay? The client is the one who uses the browser. Okay, kung naalala nyo pa last time, no? So, once we use our browser, we can access, okay, through different websites and communicate with different websites. Okay, then we have to request through servers, okay, that we are requesting for. Then, it will reply on us, okay, in terms of is it the request is successful or not, then we can access to that account. Okay, so a very simplified view of a web technology. Okay. Yes, ay watch pa ng video yung okay, kanting patalastas daw. Ayan. Okay, buti naman di siya natuloy. So in order to communicate on the web, computers and devices needed to understand each other. Of course, this is made possible by making all devices follow the same protocol, namely the TCP/IP, or the computer protocols or the internet protocols. Okay, so transmission, what is a TCP/IP? Okay, so pag-aaralan pa rin natin yan. Okay, so basically when we said protocol, ano yung protocol? Tulad nyo, we have a protocol. You cannot enter the school without your ID. Ibig sabihin, matik na yon. No need to say to you, or kumbaga, no need to yung remind to you that you have to have your ID just to enter the school. It is a protocol. Okay, so meaning the protocol is the rules or the law. Okay, that we can use in terms of the different in general term, but in computer term, of course, the internet term. Okay, the protocol is the rules in terms of requesting and sending information, sending tawag dito mga communications, okay, requests, accounts, etc. Okay, so that is communications on web. So here are the process, no? So in order to communicate on the web, computer devices need to understand each other. This made it, kanina pala yung sinabi ko. No? So URL is sent to DNS. So pag-uusapan natin yung URL and the DNS, to DNS is the domain, okay, or the address server. To obtain its IP address, browser connects the server using the IP address. And after that, the process is request the web page to be displayed is sent to the client. So very simple lang, class. We connect to a request once we enter our URL or the address. Like example, https://facebook.com. Okay, once we type that, then enter, then we can access to the Facebook server. Okay, then as requested, we have our account, the username, and password. When it is successful, then you can enter your own account or own page, okay, in your Facebook. Okay, next. Oh, napakadinaw, oh. Okay, so that's the process. Okay, yung pinag-usapan natin kanina. Okay, next. Okay, routing of a data packet from sender to recipient. So plus yung sinasabing packet, ito yung hinati-hating information natin. Okay, in terms of requesting and in terms of transmitting to us. So, packet, parang ano siya, container, okay, na nire-request nating informations. Okay, but it is divided, okay, in a consistent or in a fixed, okay, capacity for the packet itself. Okay, so client, computer, router. Okay, we have the router and the internet server. Okay, so these are, alam mo yung router, di ba? This is the one who helps us in terms of the traffic. Okay, in connecting to other servers. Okay, in other computers. Okay, so from that, there are different routers that we can access or different ways yon, gate. Okay, na pwede nating daanan para mas mapabilis yung request. Okay, TCP breaks the data into packets. Ito yung sinasabi ko, no? Nati-hati information na request nyo. Then the packets travel from router to router. Yung mga daan. Okay, sabihin natin gate. Okay, different gates that will access faster. Okay, over the internet according to the IP. Then TCP reassembles the data packets back to original form. So from that, kapag nakapasok na sa TCP, it connects all the packets as a whole informations. Okay? Next here, example. IP packets can take different routes. Also, this is our destination. Then different routers, in different computers, in different servers, in different clients, then routers nodes on the internet, then we will go to the source or the server or the informations that we are requesting. And the information of that will be transmitted to. Okay? So in the internet, there are several types of communications. We can have the hypertext transfer protocol, which is through websites. Websites are accessed using HTTP. Email communication using communication happens using SMTP. And the IP, or the Internet Protocol, provides the basic of communications over Internet. Okay? Pag-usapan pa rin naman natin yung SMTP, HTTP, yan, sa mga susunod na slides. Okay? So, the role of routers in transporting data in Internet. So, kanina di ba nakita natin kung ano yung ginagawa ni router? So, here are some, okay, na pwede natin, definite descriptions. Okay, why is it the routers are very important? Okay, in data, in transporting data in Internet. So, the routers need not be programmed separately to handle different types of data. So, sila yung mahawak na kahit anong data yan. Okay? Sila yung nag-handle, sila yung nag-organize para makarating doon sa patutunguhan niya. They do not need to know about the data. They are transporting. So, ang ginagawa lang talaga nila is mag-transfer. Sila lang yung way. Nagbibigay lang sila ng daan. Okay? In terms of sending and receiving the data. But they are not the one who will know kung ba titingnan pa kung anong klase, okay, ng pinapadala nila na informations. Okay? It concerned only about the address to which the packet is to be delivered. Okay? So, kaya nga ang router, siya yung isa sa mga gumagawa rin ng paraan when it comes to the, kanyari, traffic. Okay? Kasi nagkakaroon din ng traffic when it comes to connections. Okay? Or requesting our informations. Nadi-delay, di ba? Hindi nagiging successful. Okay? Yung request natin. So the routers will help them. Will help their information to go through to that traffic, or to go through to that request or transmitting of data. Next, the openness of the data part of the packet gives the freedom to design new protocols for the Internet. So very liberated when it comes to what? Providing the specific ways, okay, to have, okay, a good or a very free-flowing, kumbaga yung pagko-connect through other requests or transmitting of data. So that's why it can build or it can create new protocols for it, and that protocols will help. Okay, not totally will come up is more on nakaka-damage din when it comes to connections. So here, it provides a liberated freedom, okay, in terms of providing new protocols, okay, for requesting and transmitting of data. This openness and flexibility of TCP/IP that led to the development of protocols. Okay, so, teka, baka magkamali ako eh. Ano ba yung TCP? So, IP is Internet Protocol. So, what is TCP? Alam ko TCP meaning. Okay. So, TCP meaning is, para sure tayo. Okay. So, TCP yon, Transmission Control Protocol. Naisip ko sa transfer. So, Transmission Control Protocol / Internet Protocol. These are more on the sending and transmitting of data. Okay. So, sila yung nag-organize sa manage nun. Okay. So, balik tayo sa pinag-uusapan natin. Transmission Control Protocol. Okay. Transmission Control Protocol / Internet Protocol that led the development of protocols for what? Okay, so kaya importante itong TCP/IP class, sila yung nagbibigay nga ng rules, okay, nag-monitor, okay, sa mga sinisend o nire-request nating information using internet. Okay, social media websites to handle messages, so that's one, okay, kaya meron tayong TCP/IP, okay. So, another content websites to handle video and audio. Okay? And of course, another banking websites to handle money transfer. So, mamaya pag-uusapan natin. So, ano yung dapat na maging validity o pamantayan or basis when it comes to have a good communications using website. So, mamaya malalaman yung authentication and security. Okay? So, these are some flexibility, okay, or uses of the TCP/IP. Okay, so development of protocols for this kind of purpose or usage, okay, ng internet natin. It is a deciding factor for the economic success of the internet. Course, okay? Nababase rin dito yung bilis, yung tawag dito yung access, fastest access to different websites. Okay? So here, communication on the web can be categorized as client browser, or the client as to web server, which is already been discussed. And pwede rin namang web server to web server communications, meaning a server to another server. So here, ito yung sinasabi ko, no, what are the essentials for communication over the internet? We have the authentication and security. So we have, these are being used when it comes to what? The validity of our requests. It's the process of authentication is the process of determining whether a computer server is a computer that it claims to be. Okay? And of course, security. It should be provided to communication over internet so that the messages are not intercepted and modified by hackers. So these are very important for communication. Okay? So kanina, di ba sinabi ko nga, there's a need. Okay? While we are using the internet, the TCP/IP provides this kind of essentials, okay, for communication over the internet. Okay, so sige, balik tayo. Tingnan ko, parang may pumasok. Sige, I'll admit. Okay, next. Okay, so next slide. Okay, so here. So ito, diniscuss ko na to, no? Client to web server. So no need to more discuss it pa. Next. So here, okay, does not usually require authentication. So these are the characteristics, okay? That is a definition, description of a client server. No need, not usually require authentication. Okay, but in the case of web-based banking applications, they needed the usernames and passwords are required to be sent to the server, of course. So kahit yung saan, di ba, sa Facebook, okay? This information cannot be sent to the server in plain text due to security reasons. So these are some of the descriptions. Okay, so the hackers may steal usernames and passwords. Yun ang problema, no, sa client and web server kasi na-hack tayo. Okay. Madali tayong ma-hack when it comes to using the internet as a client to web server users. Okay, next. So, client browser to web server. Okay, this is na to. Ganyan. Authenticate, authorizes. So, these are the flow. Users enter names and password. Example, Facebook, right? Client sends a name, password across network. Server uses password to authenticate user's identity. And server authorizes. Okay? Wait lang, ha? po. Hello, Carmela? Hello?
Oh, ma'am.
Yes. May si Jensen, Kaliboso, humingi ng link na makakapin mo yung link and nabigay sa kanya. Okay. Alam mo yun to, si Jensen Kaliboso? Second to na lang, Carmela, bigay mo yung, kasi dapat hindi ganyan ka-open eh. Bigay mo na lang yung Gmeet link natin dito sa classroom, then i-post mo sa GC natin. Yun na lang. Sa GC natin. Pero dapat plus, as much as possible, maayos na yung Google Classroom natin. Okay? Bakit yung iba nagloloko ba? Totally. Sino nagloloko yung Google Classroom? In what way nagloloko? O din ba yung nagloloko? Or may problem? What is the problem?
Nag-error, ma'am.
Paano error? Siguro may yun yung internet.
Hindi, ma'am. Pag nag-join ka kasi biglang may lumalabas na error na try again or refresh. Yun po yung lumalabas.
Okay. O, yun lang pala. So, possible na nasa solution naman. I think it is more on rin class, internet din yan. Okay, kaya nagre-refresh kasi napuputol. Yan. We are now talking about the client to web server. So, the router, hindi siya nagiging successful yung request natin. Yun, doon pa lang, di ba? Doon pa lang, ramdam na natin when it comes to communication. Example is our Google Classroom. Okay? So, sa Google Classroom, most of you, some of you, hindi nagiging successful yung pag-access. It's just because there are problems in terms of the internet connections. Okay? Medyo siguro signal. Okay? So, sabihin na natin naka-Wi-Fi kayo, but not totally that kahit naka-Wi-Fi tayo, malakas yung signal. No. May mga Wi-Fi na mahina. Katulad ngayon, plus, katapusan na, okay, ng buwan. Humihina yung ating Wi-Fi. Kung sino may mga Wi-Fi sa inyo? Pinag-uusapan talaga natin. Sino may mga Wi-Fi? Yan. Nagbayad na ba kayo ng bill? Okay.
Nakikisabit lang po.
Nakikikabit. Gako. Nakikikabit. Okay naman. Ibig sabihin, pinayagan ka naman na makikabit.
Ano lang po.
Nangahak ka?
Yung Wi-Fi,
Wala
ma'am.
ka. Nangahak pala to. Kaya palang hina na. Siguro may nangahak rin sa akin.
Kaya
Kaya
po ako
mahina.
nag-IT.
Mahina yung signal. O, yung mga hackers dyan, ha? Okay. Sige, huwag kayong pahuli. Okay. Sige. What I mean is, class, sa mga legit, I mean, they have their own Wi-Fi. Pansinin nyo, bumabagal or humihina yung signal kapag katapusan na or malapit na magbayaran ng bill sa PLDT. Is there any?
Sa Converge, ma'am, kakabayad mo pa lang biglang babagal.
Okay, yon. Kasi nga, yung biglaan, din yan, tama. It's more on it depends on the situation. Kaya lang kasi sa amin, napapansin lang naman namin, but of course, there's no scientific or any technical reasons about it. Lumalakas siya kapag bagong kabit. Ibig sabihin, talaga siya, bagong bayad. Okay? Malakas siya. Okay? Pero pag parang habang, siguro, I don't know if it is metered or what. Okay? Habang tumatagal, at katapusan na nga, humihina eh. Okay? So, yun yung napapansin namin. Katulad ngayon, so, it is more on malapit na kasi yung katapusan. Our due is February 2. Kaya kailangan magbayad na kami. Okay? Pero, 1 week before the due, umihina na. Katulad kaninang umaga, ang hina-hina. Naka-Wi-Fi. So, ang ginawa ko pa, hotspot pa ako. Okay? So, mas malakas pa yung hotspot ko sa mobile data rather than the Wi-Fi kanina. Okay? So, yun, plus, in terms of our request, yan ay nangyayari. Your router or your flow of the signal or the bandwidth possible is mahina. Or, hindi na-delay siya because hindi siya nakakapag-connect because of the, yung surge, di ba, biglaan. Ito naman, paghina. Okay? In terms of signals. Kaya hindi natin na kukuha kaagad yung access to that request. Okay? So, ayan. Okay? Balik tayo sa web technology. Okay? Yan tayo. Si client tayo, client to server. HTTPS, Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. So, ito yung mga sample, di ba? Saan ba tayo? Example, Facebook ako. Facebook.com. Okay. Lumalabas yan. Dati kasi ba, lumalabas dito yung HTTPS. So, okay na yan. Okay. So, basically, we have the HTTPS most of the time dito sa pinaka-unahan. Pero sa akin parang hindi na. Okay? Because of possible is the cache. Okay? Kasi madalas ko naman kasing gamitin. Okay? Ay, nakikita nila. Okay, balik tayo dito. Okay, so it works using SSL or the Secure Sockets Layer. Okay, so lahat tayo class gumagamit or meron tayong tinatawag na HTTPS. Once we type our address or any address or any URL that's being connected to the site that we are requesting, okay, so here, okay, with the SSL or the Secure Sockets Layer, which we will talk about it later, okay, yeah. So, technology to encrypt the username and the password and then send it to the server. Okay? Next. Sige, ano ko nga pala. Sorry. Pala nakano siya. Next. Oh, yan to. Yan na siya. Okay. Yan. So, what is SSL? Okay, Secure Sockets Layer. Why is it? It is connected to HTTPS. SSL provides a standard security technology for establishing an encrypted connection between computers on internet. So, security. Okay, kaya nga secure. Okay? Encrypted. Hindi lang to basta-basta password. It is encrypted or naka-hidden when it comes to its data. Okay? When it comes to its address. Okay? So, it provides security capabilities to HTTP. This protocol not only ensures privacy, but also ensures that no other website can impersonate yan. So we have our own URL, we have our own address that is being encrypted using the HTTP. Okay? So, obviously, kahit ano yung i-search natin, hindi malalaman. Okay? Ng kahit na sino kung ano sinesearch natin. Okay? Unless, okay, ano yung pwede nating consider na your cell phone is being used or connected to other websites or other people that's being used yung cellphone mo, that is, nakikita mo kung ano sinesearch niya. Of course, obviously, once we search it, as much as possible, private. Okay, hindi nakikita. So, this protocol not only ensures privacy, but also ensures, so, VeriSign Incorporation is a certification authority. So, it's a company that helps us using the SSL or Secure Sockets Layer. So, this is a diagram, okay, the Mutual SSL Authentication, Certificate-Based Mutual Authentication. So, here we are as a client, and this is the server. So, obviously, we have a certificate authority or the SSL in terms of our request protected resource, present certificate, of course, if it is you. Di ba, example, ganito yung class. Kapag nag-open ka ng Google sa ibang computer or sa ibang lugar, ako kasi meron akong connection sa cellphone ko eh. Yung Google Mail, okay? Sa Google Mail, once na in-open ko sa ibang gadget o ibang lugar, mag-notify sa akin na mayroong gumagamit sa ganitong location. At tatanungin niya, ikaw ba yan? Parang ganun, are you, this is your Facebook? Is this your Google Mail? Ikaw ba yung gumagamit? Yes or not? Na-encounter niyo ba yung ganun? Na yung Facebook ginamit sa ibang lugar? Yes, diba? Yes, yun. Yun yung authentication. Yes. So, ino-authenticate niya kung ikaw ba yun. Kasi, dito sa address mo, hindi naman ito yung address na laging gumagamit or pumapasok sa amin, nagre-request. Lumabas, hindi, ibang lugar ka pala. Sa ibang lugar ka nag-access. Sa ibang technology ka nag-access. Sa ibang internet ka nag-access. Okay? Nababasa yun at nalalaman yun ng server. So, that is one of the uses of the SSL. Okay? Next. So, yun. Client-server authentication process, browser request to start a secure SSI session. So, napaka-effective, tama? Kasi, nasi-secure talaga yung ating request, lalo na sa mga, alam natin, mga private accounts natin, okay, na gumagamit tayo sa internet. Server returns its SSL certificate. So, this is only the process, no? Kung ano nangyayari. Browser checks that certificate is valid, signed by someone users trust. If valid, browser initiates and encrypted the sessions. Server and browser encrypts all the transmitted data. So, the example nga, yung kanina, yung sinasabi ko, yung nag-notify kapag nasa ibang lugar ka or nasa ibang internet usage ka or anything that's being, kumbaga, nag-trigger doon sa server na parang may kakaiba, parang may something, parang hindi ikaw, kasi iba to. Yung nakikita niya in terms of the request. Okay? Next. Ito naman, web server to web server communication. So, kung may client to web server, meron server to server. Okay? So, it may be required in certain web applications. The web server of an online shopping website needs to send confidential information to a bank web server and vice versa. So, in short, the example of web server to web server is the online shopping, which is Lazada and Shopee. Kasi server to server eh, di ba? Kaya tindahan, di ba? Kaya ano naman tindahan na pwede nyo i-ano? Yung last mall. At hindi, last mall kasi Lazada rin yun eh. Ano bang pwede? Magbigay nga kayo ng suki kayo sa sa online shopping. Yung na pina-follow yung store sa Shopee. Sino ba mahilig mag-Shopee at Lazada dyan? Hello? Sino? Bigay ng sample. Ano yung binibili nyo? Na yung kaya pampaganda. Okay? Sabihin natin, pampaganda shop. For example lang may server siya, may sarili siyang information kasi 'di ba andun yung mga products niya, andun yung mga contacts niya, yung payments niya. Okay? So, obviously, it's a server, then nakiki-server siya saan? Sa Shopee or Lazada. Gets nyo? Hindi, ang difference niya, okay, ang difference niya sa client tayo, di ba? Wala tayong server. Kasi nakiki-access lang tayo through browser. Sila, may server sila. May sarili silang information na nakiki-server doon sa another server. Kaya web server to web server. Okay? So in such cases, the web servers of the merchant and the bank are to be authenticated. So dito, kailangan secure. Kasi ang dami niyang information, then gumagamit pa siya ng another, pinapasa niya pa yung information to another server. Okay? So dapat very secured. Okay? So digital certificates are needed. Payment gateway, yan. It's a bridge. So meron silang automatic payment gateway. Okay? Next. Andiyan pa ba kayo? Hello? Hello?
Humihinga pa po.
Ay, humihinga pa ba?
Opo.
Humihinga pa kayo? Bakit? Di nyo na kaya? Grabe naman. O, sige. So, buhay pa. Okay, sige. Siguro last na to, pero meron na tayong quiz quiz is only naman essay type. Nagbibigay lang ako ng multiple kapag major na. Major exam na. So, mamaya. Hindi, sa Monday ko nabibigay yung inyong first quiz for the Web Sys. So, here, okay, so ito, ano naman ito diagram eh. Okay, we have the merchant's web server, example, paganda store sa isang Shopee, then request payment to another gateway, which is, ito yung pinaprovide ng Lazada or the Shopee. So, kaya nga, server to server. Okay? So, ayan. Daming mga, di ba? Daming mga pinagdadaanan. Okay? Kaya lang, dapat kailangan secure to. So, we're talking about server to server using the online shopping. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. So, dito tayo sa web server technology. Sige. Start na natin dito. Okay. So, Carmela, hello? Nasa 28 tayo, ha? Nasa slide 28. Don't worry yung ibang dito class, yung ibang slide, i-skip natin kasi yun, exam. Hindi naman natin gagamitin yung exam na yun. Okay? So, nasa slide 28, Carmela, hello? Hello? Basrep? Paki-bookmark mo na lang, ikaw na lang maganda. So, nasa slide 28 tayo. Nag-stop. Okay, is there any questions po? Do you have any questions, class? Okay, baka, tama, 2:41 eh. Baka bigla tayong mag-close kasi 1 hour lang ang ating. I don't know if it is limited. Limited ba? Or unlimited yung natin time sa Google. Kasi this is from our G-Classroom naman eh. Na-try niyo na ba sa ibang subject? I mean, yung ibang subject ba gumamit ng G-Classroom din, nag-isip kayo ng 1 hour? Gumagana pa rin? Okay naman? Or you need another link? Diba ganun si Google Meet? Ma'am, kailan deadline ng activity sa Comprob? Di ba mayroon nakalagay doon? Deadline? Wala ba? Meron nakalagay. Pakitingnan nyo po. Monday, 2 p.m. O, di ba? Di ba, si Rosas? O, yun. Nasagot ka na ni Jan. Nandun, class. Pag nagbibigay ako ng assignment, or nakalagay yun. At nakikita ko rin kung sino late magpasa. May deductions yun, Okay? So, namomonitor yun ng Google Classroom, yung late submissions. And ngayon, class, para, kasi baka yung iba, mag-submit kung kailan niya gusto na activity, i-hide ko siya. Sorry kayo. Pagkatapos yung deadline, i-hide ko para hindi na kayo mag-submit. Kasi pasaway kayo. Okay? Yun lang. Okay? Okay. So, hanggang Monday. O, yun po yung nasagot na po ba? Monday, 2 p.m. only. Ang submission ng comprog natin. Okay, then magbibigay ulit ako ng comprog activity. Sabi ko kasi, di ba, hindi tayo magkikita sa Monday. Okay, so puro tayo online yung mga activities natin.
Madali lang, ma'am.
Ha? Yes, Angelo?
Madali lang po ba yun, ma'am?
Depende sa inyo. Okay? Hindi, yung reference naman, class, nasa naman di ba? Nasa G Classroom natin. Binigay ko na, ha? Nakikita niyo ba? Nag-appear ba? 2 link yun. Nakita nyo sa inyong classroom? Yung 2 link, intro to web, tapos web technologies. Just click it. Then you can have yun. Then you can have your reference. Essay type yun, yung sa atin, yung sa Monday. Yung sa Web Sys, Web Sys, siya? Essay type. Kayang-kaya, kung kaya nyo. Okay? Madali lang kasi discuss ko naman Na-discuss ko naman yung web essay type natin. So, it's all up to you. Gusto ko lang malaman kung talagang na-gets yun naman. So, it's more on lang naman yan Ulitin lang natin yung diniscuss ko, then ilalagay nyo lang through our essay type format. Tapos siya, no? Google Form. Sa Monday pa naman, class. Since hindi nga tayo makikita sa Monday. Okay? May tanong pa po ba? Carmela, you know what to do. May tanong pa po ba tayo? So, natapos tayo slide 28, Baka makalimutan din ni Maria Carmela. So, the others, if natatandaan nyo, okay? So, yun. Sa slide 28 tayo natapos.
Noted po.
Okay, so thank you, Angelo. Then, is there any questions pa po ba? So, we are 47 here. May tanong pa ba? Ang activity, Monday, sa Web Sys. Okay. Then, another activity sa Comprog, sa Monday din. Okay. So, natin yan? Lubos-lubusin natin yan. May tanong pa po ba?
Mga natulog na po ata.
Ay, grabe. Grabe naman. Natulog. Ganun lang kaiksi. Ulitin ko. Okay. Hindi, sige. So, kung wala nang question, Carmela, okay? So, it's happy weekdays, happy weekends. Happy weekend,
Salamat
sorry.
po.
Thank you po.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Thank you po. Thank you rin, bye.
Salamat po.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.